Hello, my name is Elizabeth Saunders, and I am presenting to you today my windshield survey for Nursing 445. I'd like to start off by showing you the median household income of San Francisco, California. Please note that the yellow represents a median income of $11,000 to $39,000. Today we will be talking about Bayview Hunters Point, and they represent a neighborhood that has a median household income that falls within that category. We will also be looking at the Marina District, and it shows here that they have a median income between $91,000 and $120,000 per year. I'd like to note that Bayview Hunters Point and the Marina District are located 7.7 miles from each other. Bayview Hunters Point is an old naval shipyard, and Marina is built on a landfill. Here is a picture from Bayview Hunters Point. This picture comes from the internet, courtesy of slate.com. And I show you this picture to give you an example of the neighborhood that I went into. The assessment of Bayview included streets that were littered with trash. There was an awful smell of urine on some of the street corners. Many homes were dilapidated, and I saw on various street corners makeshift shrines and memorials to people who had been killed in the streets. I also noticed that there was no easily accessible grocery stores nearby. I ended up having to Google where the closest grocery store was, and it sent me to a Super Saver Market, which was hardly a grocery store. Additionally, I saw many liquor stores throughout my time in Bayview. There were more liquor stores than there were grocery stores. And on each liquor store, I noted that there were signs for beer and cigarettes. It did not matter if there were children around in that neighborhood. The people of Bayview are broken down as follows. The race is about 33% Black or African American, about 16% white. Asians represent about 32%, and Hispanics about 21%. Now, the healthy lifestyles and behaviors in Bayview included many churches. There was a Boys and Girls Club. There were also clinics within the community, and I did notice a City College community campus right off of 3rd Street. I also found a lovely garden that the community can go to pick vegetables or help garden. Many of the risk behaviors included poverty, gangs, drugs, and crime. Some of the services of the Bayview were very scarce. I did get one picture of one of the better looking parks, but as you can see, there really isn't a place for kids to play. Most of the people of Bayview use public transportation or cars to get around. The health and social services include a health clinic within the Bayview. The closest hospital, though, was in Potrero Hill, which is 2.4 miles away. It's a 10-minute drive, but at least 30 minutes and 2 buses if you do take public transportation. I did interview Mario C., and he says there's always police around, but he does not feel more protected by their presence. Joy says the community depends on its churchgoers. Many of her clients belong to Grace Tabernacle. There are also various schools within the district, but as you'll later find out, if you are affluent in San Francisco, you do not send your child to public school. You will pay the $50,000 to $75,000 a year to get your child into a private school. But this neighborhood did include charter schools such as KIPP Academy and Gateway. Some stores and shops that you'll find if you go to the Bayview include many, many liquor stores. There were hair shops, nail salons, and I did find one shopping center, and it had a Walgreens, a Subway, a dry cleaner, and another hair shop. There are many rundown buildings in Bayview Hunters Point. It is sometimes difficult to determine if a business is still active. There are also very, very many homeless people throughout the neighborhood and inebriated people as I was walking through the streets. It is unclear if any businesses are thriving in this neighborhood, but they do have the San Francisco Police Department Bayview Station located within the Bayview District, and they have the City College of San Francisco Bayview campus. Now let's look at our more affluent community, the Marina District. This is a picture of the Lion Street stairs, and you can see, even in the picture, someone is working out. Just gives you an idea of what kind of neighborhood I got to visit. So the Marina District is beautiful. The physical environment is clean and open. There are families walking in the streets. Many pets were allowed outside while people were dining in the many, many restaurants. Now, as you can see, some of the apartments are older, like this one here, an old Victorian, but they are kept up and they have been renovated. There were no signs of decay or pollution. I did see one homeless man sitting at a bus stop, but that was about it. The people of the Marina District, the population is 83.6% white, 1% Black or African American, 10% Asian, and 6% Hispanic or Latino. Some of the health and lifestyle behaviors that were present in the Marina are many healthy restaurants to choose from, including juice bars and homemade ice cream shops. They had boutique gyms, often more than one on each block. They also had large gyms such as 24-Hour Fitness, Crunch, and Equinox. They had an outdoor exercise area located on Christie Field. They also have a public library. They have so many grocery stores to choose from, and they also have fresh food markets. Some of the risky behaviors include many bars, and sometimes dogs were off leashes, so there is the chance that you could be bit. Parks, recreation, open spaces. There are many open spaces. There are various museums, some for adults, some for kids, some for both. And there are areas for children to play. Most people get around by cab, by bike, or by walking. Not too many people drive in the Marina. Despite all the cars that you see, it is a popular spot and many people travel to the Marina. There are many massage parlors, medical and specialty clinics, and the hospitals. The closest hospital to the Marina is only 1.3 miles away. They do have a police department located near the Marina, but it is not within the Marina District. It is called the Northern Station, and that is located in North Beach. They have many different religions in the Marina, but according to Ashley, she says that most are atheists, but you will find Christian and Jewish people there. There are not many public schools in the marina, but according to Richard D., he's a resident, he admits that if you can afford it, you pay for private schools in San Francisco. The stores and shops are very high-end, and they also have very small boutique shops to choose from. Many of the people who live in the marina are either professionals or they come from money. And I did notice that there are many stay-at-home moms and dads present. Some of the Healthy People 2020 objectives that I would like to focus on for these two areas are, in the Bayview, substance abuse, injury and violence prevention, access to health services, and health-related quality of life and well-being. In the marina, I'd like to focus on sleep health, occupational safety and health, genomics, and health-related quality of life and well-being. I chose health-related quality of life and well-being for both areas because I believe that everyone will benefit from this, no matter where you're from. Community resources include numerous churches in the Bayview, the Boys and Girls Club, Quesada Gardens, that's the garden where people can go and just pick fresh food if they need it, and the 3rd Street Youth Center and Clinic. In the marina, they do have churches, but they also have the Marina Community Association and many museums. The strengths of the Bayview is their pride in their community. Everyone I talked to seemed to be so proud that they were from the Bayview, and they even said they like to represent. There's a sense of family and strong ties there, and they seem to have a great respect for their elders. In the marina, there are many different establishments set up to help individuals learn and grow. They're very health conscious, and they have a huge exercise community, and there's very low crime there. In the Bayview, I interviewed Joy J. She's a 36-year-old teacher and volunteer at 3rd Street Youth Center and Clinic, and an active participant in the Black Young Democrats of San Francisco. She has made it clear that she is hopeful for this community. She actually grew up in the Bayview, though she doesn't live there anymore. And she typically works with young girls ages 13 to 17 years old. When she first started volunteering at 3rd Street Youth Center and Clinic, she felt helpless. She couldn't see a difference. But she said after being there for 4 years, she has noticed that her clients return to her and confide in her, and she can actually see that she's making a difference. Mario C. is a resident of Bayview Hunters Point. He feels safe in his neighborhood despite the crime rates. He says that most people drink and usually begin in high school, but he says substance abuse is only a problem if you're a crackhead or something. And so he does not see a problem with people beginning to drink in high school. In the marina, the key stakeholder I interviewed was Ashley F. She is a community leader within Canvas Church. She is new to San Francisco and has not yet visited many other areas. She was actually even unaware of what the Bayview was. She feels safe in this community and feels like she is making a difference in the lives of young adults. The population stakeholder in the marina I chose to interview was Richard D. He's a resident of the marina. He feels extremely safe in his neighborhood. He classifies his neighborhood as mostly white college kids or rich families. He says the biggest problem in the marina is the excess drinking. But other than that, people are super healthy, he says. This was quite an eye-opening experience. There were times I was actually really afraid when I was in Bayview Hunters Point. Actually, when I was attempting to take a picture of the church, I had one man yelling at me, saying that I was trying to take pictures of the attendees, and he actually called me racial slurs. Needless to say, I did not get a great picture, and I did get out of that area, and I had to go back the next day. I noticed there's a stark contrast between the Marina District and the Bayview, and it's so sad. It's amazing that there could be such a vast difference within one city. Here are the references that I used for my presentation, and thank you for listening.